A battle of the titans. When Sony released the WH-1000XM2s back in 2017, the world started noticing that Sony might have a shot at Bose's title for best wireless noise-canceling headphones. When the XM3s came out a year later, most agreed that this title now belonged to Sony. And then came the XM4s. This is when Sony became the undisputed king, and they've remained the undisputed king until now. Enter Apple, a company that has never made their own over-ear headphones, but have found serious success with the AirPods and the AirPods Pro and made an incredible speaker with the HomePod. But will the AirPods Max be able to compete with the kings, with the XM4s that have seemingly perfected wireless noise-canceling headphones? Is there any justification for the $550 price tag? Let's find out as I do a direct head-to-head comparison between these two titans. Enjoy. All right, here are the current kings of the wireless noise canceling battle, the Sony WH-1000XM4s. And they are amazing. They deserve the title of king. Got them connected here. We're going to listen to a couple tracks just to establish my baseline. Remember what I'm dealing with. I've had these forever. I had the XM3s before them. I'm very familiar with these headphones, but just to have it recent in my head anyway right before we do this comparison. Okay, so I'm going to start by just pulling up some generic rock. I love rock. Rock is probably the most listened to genre I have. Man, they sound so good. Man, so for copyright purposes, I obviously can't play the music that I was listening to, but it's going to be tough for the AirPods Max to top that. These are just amazing. The noise canceling is good. I'm probably shouting right now. I don't have the transparency mode on, but man, it sounds so good. Good deep bass, pretty darn clear highs. It's really hard for me to imagine anything better. So what I'll do next is I'll play something a little more low-key, some jazz here. Man, it's beautiful. There's honestly not a lot to say. There's a reason these are the kings. They're amazing. It's an amazing pair of headphones. You guys already know about all the features of the XM4, so I won't go over that. Pretty much, other than the touch controls, AirPods Max is offering the same features and then some. So, all right, my baseline has been established, and now we will go over to the AirPods Max, the main show. Here we go. All right, man, every time I pick them up, I'm like, man, they're so heavy. It's in a good way, though. It's very premium. So as soon as I put them on, I heard the connection sound. It's ready to go, it's awesome. I love that feature. It's just always ready with the Apple H1 chip. But I'm going to play the same two songs that I just listened to. I'm actually so excited for this. I haven't listened to any music on these yet. Here we go. Oh. Wow. I'm probably yelling. I can't hear my voice at all. Oh my gosh. So I cranked that thing up and there is no distortion at all on the mids, highs, or lows. Even at super high volume, it's crystal clear. Oh my gosh, that is actually incredible. Okay, on to the jazz song. A little more low-key. It's like pristine. It sounds like the piano is right next to me. Wow. Man. Again, this is not like a deep review or analysis or anything, but just initial impressions. These definitely sound better than the XM4s. Just absolutely pristine sound, at least compared to every headphone I've ever tried. I'm going to try another one real quick just because I'm really excited about this. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's listen to that new Foo Fighters single, Shame, Shame. I think what I'm noticing is these are not nearly as like smoky, bass heavy as the XM4s. These are a lot cleaner. I don't want to stop listening. It sounds like you're listening to a live performance in the same room as you. Oh my gosh, the chorus just kicked in. Oh. Oh man. Can't wait for this album, by the way. So I'm already thoroughly impressed. And you know what? I got to try the transparency mode real quick. I forgot about that. Because the XM4s have this feature. It's basically turns on an external mic so you can hear things around you. I just want to... Oh, wow. Okay. Hands down, transparency mode on this is better than the XM4s. Hands down. The XM4s work fine, but this is like... It's almost like I'm not even wearing headphones. That is really, really good. My voice sounds crystal clear. Oh, man. Wow, that's really good. Last but not least... We all know that wireless connectivity, while improving greatly and getting to a point where it's fantastic, is limited. Okay, guys, so for the final part of this test, it's the ultimate test. I don't think most people are going to be using these in this scenario, but it's the best case scenario, and that is a wired connection with lossless audio. You may be asking yourself, where'd you get that lossless audio, JT? And the answer is Amazon Music HD. I will throw a screenshot up on the screen. I went ahead and signed myself up for it so I could test this out because it's lossless audio anyway, and these are both amazing headphones. Probably be awesome to try it anyway. So yeah, Amazon Music HD has lossless audio, and I made sure to browse to their Ultra HD, which is lossless audio section. So we'll be listening to samples from that. And we will start with the good old XM4s. Man. It's just amazing. It really is. So as a non-audiophile, I will say, it sounds amazing wired and with this lossless audio, but it's not like, oh wow, that can tell that this is like a way, way better thing. It sounds better for sure, but it's not insane. It's not like a crazy difference. I'm going to try another song real quick. I'm going to cue up a different song. It sounds incredible. Yeah, it really does. The guitar is very, very crisp. Maybe a little tiny bit of muddiness on the bass and the kick drum. There's no doubt it sounds really, really good though. It sounds very good, but I'm not seeing a gigantic difference between the wired and the wireless. Maybe that's just the non-audiophile in me. You know, I tell you guys, I'm not an audiophile. I'm really not. I don't study this stuff. I don't use uber expensive studio reference headphones, but I use headphones all the time, and I've used high-end, or what, we consider high-end headphones all the time for years. I had the XM2s, had the XM3s, now I've got the XM4s, and I've had the Airpods Pro, the regular AirPods, now the Max. Like I've been there, done it with a lot of the high-end headphones. So while I'm not an audiophile, I certainly know what I like in headphones and what sounds good for most people. So, all right, test with the XM4s went well. Sounds amazing. Sounds really good. I'm super excited to hear how this all sounds on the Maxes. Typical Apple fashion, you need a special cable to use them wired. So I have the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack cable here. We'll plug it into the computer, and so excited to see what they sound like. Oh my gosh. I've heard some other people say this, but I think what's so incredible about these things, it's the sound stage. And I've heard a few other people say this, but it's less like you're listening to headphones and more like you can hear the different instruments as if they're in the same room as you. And it is so clear with this lossless audio and wired connection. I think I notice a bigger difference with these from wireless to wired than the XM4s. When I plug into this microphone, it monitors my voice so I can hear my voice in the headphones, which is why I'm not shouting with noise canceling on and everything. But this is going to sound weird, but I literally notice a difference in my own voice quality. switching to these over the XM4s. It's kind of insane. Here we go. Survivin' by Bastille. Lossless quality. Let's hear what it sounds like. It is mind-blowing. Oh my gosh. Hearing the panning of the instruments go across the room. The voice is just... I can't imagine it being any better. I really can't. So now I almost want to hear like legit audiophile headphones because I refuse to believe there can be anything better than this. I can't wait to game with this. Here comes the chorus. Without a doubt, the most incredible music listening experience that I've ever had that wasn't like a live concert. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible. All right. I think I've heard enough. Okay. Yeah. Similar to the wireless test, the Maxes for sure sound better. And I think it was a bigger gap with the wired for sure. I will be using a very good balance of both because I will be using the wired whenever I'm gaming on PC, streaming, whatever, and wireless all the time with my phone when I'm out on a walk or working out or at work. I listen to music a lot when I'm at work, sitting at the computer. So, yeah, extremely impressed with the AirPods Maxes. And again, y'all know I love those XM4s. Okay, so final verdict. And remember, I'm not an audiophile. I don't claim to be an audiophile. I'm just a guy who has used headphones for a long time, and I've used good headphones for a long time, and I use them all the time, every single day. So which one's better? I think it's easy to say that the AirPods Max are better in pretty much every way that I can tell other than price. The sound quality is noticeably better on the AirPods Maxes. The noise cancellation does sound better on the AirPods Max to me, but it's not like a crazy difference. So I think you're going to be happy with the XM4s regardless. I think the build quality is hands down better on the AirPods Max. Comfort is better on the AirPods Max. So yeah, like I said, a clean sweep in pretty much every way except for value. And I don't think anybody is going to ever be disappointed buying the XM4s. I think if you go out there and you're like, man, I'm not going to spend more than $400, I think XM4s are your best bet, and they are going to offer you an incredible experience that is close to what the AirPods Max offer. But if you're out there and you're just like, I want the best wireless noise canceling headphones I can possibly get, got to be the AirPods Max. Are the AirPods Max worth $550? I don't think so, but I think it's really close. I think $500 would be a really fair asking price. So the XM4s retail for $350, but I will say you can frequently get them for $280 roundabout. But we'll stick with retail for the sake of this comparison. Feel free to do your own math otherwise. I think the build quality in the AirPods Max alone is probably, it's got to be worth an extra $100. It's just, it's another league. And you might think I'm crazy. Go to the store if you can and try them, feel them yourselves. It feels like it just doesn't feel the same. It feels like comparing a Bugatti Chiron to a Honda Civic in terms of build quality. So I'm going to say an extra $100 for the build quality. So you're sitting at $450 there already. And then the sound itself, yeah, I would pay an extra $50 for that sound upgrade. So that's $500. You know, maybe I just convinced myself it's worth $550 after all, because I was going to mention the H1 chip Apple integration. Maybe not for Android users though. I don't know. I obviously didn't try it with Android, but I assume it's a fairly simple, same compression Bluetooth, but maybe not as good quality since it's not going to be, I don't know how that works. The bottom line is it might not be worth $550, but I think it's pretty close. One of the first things it's asking me is spatial audio. Hear immersive three-dimensional audio from supported videos that follows the movement of your iPhone. Oh my gosh. It's telling me to rotate my head. That is actually incredible. I wish you guys could hear this. I really wish you could hear. I'll show you what it's showing me right now. I I feel like I'm hearing different instruments over here, and it's so clear. My gosh. Wow. All right, and this isn't even like the actual music test, so wow, that is impressive. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my comparison. I hope it was insightful for you, and try my best to be as little biased as possible. It's funny because I'm a little biased because I do have a lot of Apple products, but I'm also biased because I've had the XM2s, the XM3s, I've always been an XM, a Sony XM guy. So I think it's pretty fair assessment from my end. But yeah, hope it helps you make an informed decision, or if you're just curious, hope it answers your curiosity. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.